This is nicely collecting hydrogen for me. Hydrogen's being chucked in. And oxygen's being distributed. Look at that. It's beautiful. The tiles are making sure it's permeated through my base. Right. So now I just have to address the water situation before I run out of water quite quickly. That's brilliant. Everything is now going according to plan. The only thing is I have to, really address this water situation. So, I think I should probably maybe put an extra electrolyzer in here so I've got extra hydrogen being produced. Because at the moment there's not a huge amount of hydrogen actually being produced. Or is it just collecting in the wrong place, I wonder? It should come along here and come up into here. Maybe if I move the hydrogen generator more across this way? No, because it's not the hydrogen generator is generating the hydrogen, it's the electrolyzers, which are right here. Okay, so how's oxygen looking? Oxygen's looking beautiful now. It's beautiful. It's a little bit lacking up in the bedrooms. It's just barely breathable. But air pressure is looking good. Oh, I'm liking this. I am liking this. So, let's get this water sorted now. So. The geysers are going to be our main source of water. So, we're going to need a water tank here. So, let's start digging, shall we? So we'll dig here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put a pump in here in anticipation. Plumbing. Liquid pump. My only concern is I'm not actually generating enough hydrogen to kind of power things on the circuit. It's going straight to the batteries, which is good, at least. But my concern is if I can't power the pump at the moment, I'm going to need some sort of power generator up here for that pump. Huh. Okay, so I might, do you know what? I genuinely just might do a single battery and a hamster wheel. Because it's not the end of the world. I don't need a huge amount of power being introduced. I can break the circuit here if I want to, but this bit here has just lacked power since forever. I haven't really deemed it necessary because this last cot's not been in use. So at least if let's have a look at the circuit again. Power wire. So what I can just do is if I break the circuit here, break the circuit, get rid of the heavy watt wire here, deconstruct. That way I've got a nice little circuit here. Yep, that'll do nicely. We'll get rid of that last massage table, deconstruct. At the moment, the way that the game seems to work with the massage tables, I'm only getting like one person stressed at a time, so just having one table going I think is okay. Um, yeah, that'll do nicely for now. Right, let's get this tile built back here again. Ah, no, I can't. Ah, I was hoping I could grow it downwards, but requires an upward plot orientation. Okay, so the pinch of pepper seed is the one that I can grow downwards, but is the only one? Yeah, it's the only one I can grow downwards. Okay, so well, that's worth knowing. So everything's kind of self-sustaining for now. As long as I got water, everything's running nicely. So yeah, oxygen. Oxygen is now very breathable everywhere. That is brilliant. This room up here, I'm not too bothered about it not getting oxygen. They only barely visit it just to deposit things. So, wow, it almost looks like he's sleepwalking. Oh, low oxygen. Really? That's better. Is it really low oxygen up here? Oh, it's breathable. Barely breathable. Okay. But oxygen is seeping out because I've left this open here. So oxygen it permeates into the rooms that are the most important, the ones that people are working in or sleeping in. But it's not in any of the other rooms. It's just barely breathable at the moment. But as I say, there is enough that's seeping out here. That should be okay. You can see the oxygen up here is breathable at least. Germs. I'm so happy that electrolyzing that contaminated water is dealing with it. So at the moment, it's filtering water out from here, which isn't infected, and it is feeding into essentially here. It's then infecting the water and putting it out to here. But then we've now got a way to at least process the water that's been infected with food poisoning. It's just being electrolyzed, produced as oxygen. People are breathing it. Okay, yeah, hydrogen's also being produced, but we're dealing with the hydrogen by converting it into power. What else can we use? Does anything else actually produce? Does anything else actually produce hydrogen? I think it is literally just the electrolysis process. I'm pretty certain that that is it for the time being for hydrogen. Yeah, I'm going to leave it with that for now. Tiles. We were going to change these tiles up. So, I won't do that immediately. I'm going to carry on digging up here, I think, for now. Shall I get a 6th duplicate? Is anything decent? Let's have a look, first of all. 10, minus 10, 15. So the minus 10 is overall not bad. It's okay at everything. Non-constructive, so it doesn't build. That's the only thing. I'm going to leave it for now. Level 3 technician. See if we get anything decent on the next round. What are we researching now? Pressure management. Oh, controls the volume of things going through. I'm going to ignore that for now and just use the duplicate. We're struggling for power a little bit, so we can build up enough power. Because the supercomputer and the research station use power when they're in use, we could use the extra duplicate to do something else for the time being, and then once the power and everything else is sorted, then we can get back to doing further research. The main concern that I had was that the amount of gas that's being chucked out of here was so high that I may have needed to filter it, or kind of, at the moment you can see that this sometimes comes up with a warning. I think we're okay for the time being. That I was going to try and distribute the gas a little bit better. But at the moment it's doing 1 for 1 anyway. One's going left and one's going right, so that's fine. They'll turn off periodically if the gas pressure gets too high. So there you go, gas vent is overpressured. So the oxygen then gets diverted into this one, and then in turn that one overpressures and goes back to this one again. So that's fine. The area that it's being distributed to is at the moment is enclosed, so Again, that's fine. I'm quite happy with the way things are going right now. Granted, yeah, they could be better, but nobody's... You know, stress is going to go down because oxygen is now flowing. Power is reasonable. We've got a circuit down here. We've got a circuit here. I think, ideally, I'd like to get a hydrogen generator running properly. But in turn, that's going to need a few electrolyzers running. So I think what I'd like to do is once this tank is running, I will bring these up to 4 electrolyzers. Okay, yeah, that's going to produce huge volumes of oxygen, but it's also going to produce a nice quantity of... we need to stick that in the fridge. It's going to produce a nice quantity of hydrogen, which is going to in turn give us a nice boost of power. So let's plan the plumbing for now. This is going to have to really go the distance. So the water from up here is being pumped all the way along here and all the way down into here. This is really going to go the distance. Okay. But fortunately, there's actually a fairly nice route there. So I can just follow it along here, go through here and down. So I need to dig out this area here as well. That's fine. So if I just tell them to dig along here. And then once that's done, we've got a nice route to run the pipe. So the pipe will run along here. Down here, along here. Along here. Down here. So what I could do is actually make these. In fact, I'm going to do that. Cancel. 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 I'm going to deconstruct these tiles. I'm going to utilize the water that's going to be coming through here and make hydroponic tiles. Plumbing. Liquid pipe. Let's go up to there and then down. Let's run it along here actually, and we'll do the outward liquid vent here. So that way it's just dripping down from here. Oh dear, we've just trapped Billy. Is Billy going to fall down? No, Billy has just... Yeah, Billy just fell down. Okay, so... Food... Hydroponic. Tile. So, hydroponic tiles, just to explain them, they need water flowing through them. So, I might as well make the most... What I might actually do is make them along here as well. So, when the water is flowing from up here downwards... it's going through the hydroponic tiles. I could even make a hydroponic farm along here with all these tiles if I wanted to. That might even be something I'll consider doing later on. What my main concern is at the moment is there's not a huge amount of water here, and the amount that the steam geyser seems to be spraying out water, there's not a huge volume of water. It might literally be restricted by the amount of area. So once the area is opened up and is free flowing, it might actually start spurting out water more often, so it doesn't become so much of a concern. My only real worry at the moment is when I break through into here is I've got chlorine. Oh, sounds like the geyser is about to erupt again. Rising pressure. The chlorine will sink. I've got no way of dealing with chlorine at the moment, so it's probably going to sink into here, which I have to be careful of. Emitting water. Overpressure. So there you go. It's not actually producing any more water because it's stuck in an enclosed space. So I'm quite... Insufficient oxygen generation. What? Really? There is plenty of oxygen. Stop complaining. I will put another gas permeable tile up here though, just to get more oxygen up. That should just help distribute it a little bit better. So hydroponic, millwood seed, plant. Hydroponic, millwood seed, plant. Yeah, hydrogen's getting caught up here, unfortunately. It will eventually move around, but yeah, it'll do. One thing I just need to keep an eye on is there shouldn't be any leakage, but I just need to keep an eye on things just in case hydrogen does start to leak out. So this actually what does it produce? Polluted dirt, fertilizer. It looks like it's producing polluted oxygen. Inhibited by polluted oxygen. Oh, it produces food poisoning as well. Huh. Emitting fertilizer, heat production. Wow, it throws out heat. It does flow out heat. Yikes. Wow, it's hot down here as well. Holy nuts, how hot is it down here? Why is the hydrogen making things so hot? 33 degrees. I mean, it's just another way that's going to possibly kill germs? No, apparently not. I could move the compost heap over to here, so it deals the deodorizer, gets rid of the. In fact, I'm going to do that once that compost heap is finished its current cycle. I will then move it across over to here. So yeah, there's nothing urgently needs doing. Everything is just routine 5 at the moment. It's just slowly base expanding, really.